Right. All right, we're live. Holy shit. Okay, let me go to Twitch really quick. I'm gonna go to my Twitch. I'm gonna get the link from there. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, we're live. Here it is.
I'm scared.
Hold on. This is a little more complicated. I might have to go to the app. That's okay. Let's see if anyone will join. I can see the comments if anyone joins, and we'll give it a few minutes.
Live on YouTube.
We'll just YouTube and Twitch. I'm trying to. Where the hell is the Twitch app? Hold on. I'm trying to get the Twitch so I can announce that we are live so people can join if they want. Maybe it's better if there is no audience, so that way it's a little less like scary. Besides, our opinions are the only ones that matter. Let me see if there's a way I can share. Share too. Okay. Right. Hold on. We are getting there. I just have never done this before. There's link. There we go. Oh, you can't add more than one link? Oh my god, fine. Then I'll just do the YouTube one. Whatever. I'm going to say or on twitch.tv/.
Tag the box.
Oh my god. I was afraid like Nick's gonna see your story and he's gonna show up. I was like, dude, no.
He actually hasn't seen my story, so I think we're safe.
I hope for now we're safe. It won't let me share two links. All right. And here, tagging you. And there we go. All right. It's out to the world of Instagram.
I shall repost it.
Yeah. Hold on.
Real quick.
Why is it taking forever to upload? It's probably because, okay, I was like, it's probably because I'm taking up all the Wi-Fi with this. But, so yeah, really quick, just when we kind of, if anyone wants to join, doesn't matter. But at some point, after a few minutes, I am going to play the intro. We'll be muted during it, so you don't have to worry about, oh, am I muting my mic? The intro's like a minute long. And then afterwards, we'll just continue on. This is for broadcast purposes, so I can put this on YouTube afterwards. Oh, there's a comment. Let's see. Oh, there's Katie. Hi, girlies. Hi. I wish I could hop on and say hi, but I'm stuck at work. Have a great show. Thank you so much, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
Katie's probably the only person who's gonna watch. It's okay. She can see me at work. But so yeah, I'm gonna play the intro and then we just continue. I'm gonna do like an introduction, like if it's like a YouTube video, and then we'll just continue like from there. But yeah, so we have let me take off the comment. All right. So yeah, we have our tier list and then we're gonna go in order. It's all alphabetized based on how I titled them. So like we have All In, All Out 2019, All In 2020, 21, 22, and 23 because they wore the same thing twice. And then this is just Black Gear, so that's why it's the B. And then Black Hollow. I think I said Black Floral or something because I think there's flowers there. I don't know. And then I said Blood and Guts, so that's why it's like it's completely randomized in a way, but it's also alphabetized in a way. Like I put like Blue Psychedelic, Bucks of Jericho. Your favorite Bullets Gear.
I think the like slideshow froze up because it's stuck on the orange one.
Uh-oh. Shit. Hold on. Let me put the tier list back up. All right. Do you see the tier list?
Yeah.
Okay, then back to the stage. Okay, and you said it was the orange one, like this one?
That one. Yeah, that one.
All right. Is it going now?
Yeah, we're good now.
Okay. So yeah. Here, so I know you wanted to see your favorite one.
God, I hate that.
It looks like fingers, like our chicken feet, if you think about it.
It does. For the longest time, I didn't even know what it was. I legit thought it was French fries. So
I know that's what we call it, the French fry gear, but yeah. And then the Cali gear, which only Nick looks hot in. Don't tell Matt I say that. I don't know what it is, but I was just like, damn, Nick. Like as someone who loves Matt, I'm like, damn, Nick looks fine as hell in the Cali gear, and I think it's because it's when he had his singles match. It was with Ray Phoenix in California.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he wore it. So it was like, all right.
That's
like,
when you noticed.
Yeah, because Nick was by himself. Okay.
I wonder if anybody's gonna join.
I wonder. If not, again, I think it's a little less scary, but
True.
we'll see. Okay. And then, this one's one of my favorites. Dior
sure.
gear.
That's probably the most expensive.
I'll stop after this one because I want the others. I want you to be surprised by the other ones halfway. But we have Double or Nothing 2019. Nick's hair looks short as fuck in this picture.
His hair was really short there.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go back to the beginning because the other 15 you'll be surprised. All right.
How do we know somebody joins?
I don't think you can tell unless you go to Twitch or YouTube itself. Let me go to Twitch really quick. Let me show up. So far, oh, there's a couple people I just don't know. I'm sorry if you guys are not bots, but if you're bots, they're probably bots because it says one, but if you press the viewer thing, there shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, but it only says one on the little like when you press the little person thing, the little person icon, and then on YouTube, let me see. YouTube again. So far, only one is watching, but I cannot see who it is.
I think it's me because I'm on there.
Okay, well, there you go. You're our first view.
Yay.
All right. So I know you're kind of on a time crunch, and I don't want your laptop to die. So let's just start with the recording. Well, it's technically already recording, but we'll start with the intro. So that way we can just kind of knock this out of the park. I think once we get into it, it'll get a little more like, we'll ease up a little. We'll,
Yeah.
So let's do that. All right. So I'm going to play the intro. We'll be muted, and it's just going to, right after the intro, I'm going to introduce us. And then at the end, I'll have you just, if you want to plug anything, like I know you're not really on Twitter, but you're on Instagram. So if you want to like plug yourself or anyone out there to go follow you and stuff, I'll let you do that. And then we close the intro. Actually, I don't really have an outro, but
I'll just sing a song or something.
I was gonna say I'll say bye and then I'll end it and I'll crop it out afterwards. But yeah, I'll end the stream afterwards. So I'll end the stream, but we'll still be in the studio like this, still being able to talk. Just no one in the public will be there.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. All right. So let's get on with the intro. I'm gonna play the intro now. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. What is up, everyone, and welcome back after yet another hiatus of Light the Fuse, where I am your host, first ever time doing it live. It is Y2 Garcia, and I am joined by someone who I've mentioned quite a few times. I don't think you've known this, Jaylee, but I've mentioned her a few times. She's my bestest friend in the whole world, straight out of Kentucky. It's Jaylee. She's finally here. We finally have her on.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. So today, we are, as I've mentioned previously a few weeks ago or a couple times, we are doing a Young Bucks gear tier list. Because if you know me, you've seen me on the show. I mean, I'm wearing the shirt. I'm a hardcore Bucks fan. This used to be the Bucks wall, but it's now the Kenny wall. Bucks wall's over there. Jaylee, I wish she could be home so she could show you the Bucks shrine. If you think I'm a big Bucks fan, she's an even bigger Bucks fan. So when I wanted to do this tier list, I knew I had to have Jaylee on with me, and we did it. We were able to do it. A little bit of a spoiler. This is part 1. I have my tier list right here, as you can see, and they didn't let me submit or import all of the pictures for this tier list. And here's the thing. I had 59 sets of gear, so we're cutting it in half. We're doing 30 today, and another time we will do part 2 where we do the other 30, completely randomized. So we'll try and cover as many sets as we can in both parts. But at the same time, I still think there's a couple I've probably missed. There's probably some out there that I've completely forgotten about. So if I miss some, you should probably let me know, and I'll probably go find them for the next part. Or if we need a part 3, or just, at some point we'll do that. But yeah, so as mentioned, we're gonna just rank the tiers. I have a Google slide right here where I will show the pictures so you can see them on on a bigger screen, so that way you're not like squinting and looking. But if you are joined with us on twitch.tv/Elite Showcase or live with us on youtube.com/Elite Showcase, you could participate and even maybe help us categorize each of these sets of gear if you want to. If you want to say, I think this gear belongs in this tier or this one belongs lower, you could have an influence on that. So we're going to start. Here is our tier list, as you can see while I'm pulling it up on another tab right here. We have 5 tiers that we could sort each gear into. We have the best being elite, because they are the elite, despite their freaking issues going on right now. We have obsessed. We have baka, which is something Nick Jackson says. If you know, you know. Could be good, could be bad. That's why it's right in the middle. We have okay, because, maybe it's not the best, not the worst. And we have not my fave, because you know what? I've come to the conclusion that all Bucks gear is perfect or it's good. And, I respect Lady C. So, you know what? It may not be our favorite, but it doesn't mean it's bad. So we're just going to get... one. Yeah, except we'll get there. We'll get to Jaylee's favorite in a minute. But yeah, so we're going to get started right off the bat. We're going to start with probably an all-time favorite amongst all of the Bucks fans. We have something they debuted at All In. That is this one, the Freddie Mercury inspired gear that they wore at All In London. Was really cool to see. They look good in white. So let's just kind of acknowledge that. They look really good in white. So Jaylee, I'll let you be the first one. Where do you think this one belongs in? Which tier?
Wait, can I see the tiers again?
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, let me go back to the tier list. There you go. We have elite, obsessed, baka, okay, and not my fave. So
I feel like my downfall is I'm going to want to put them all in elite.
That's why I have obsessed. So that way, like, if you really got to, okay, if you really, the way I'll think about it is, would I, if I had to pick and choose, if I could, have this gear or another gear, then, put it in elite. If not, then obsessed. So
I love that gear, but I don't know. It's probably not in my, top 5. I think true. I would say obsessed, just
okay, because
I'm trying to refrain from going too crazy too soon.
No, and I get that. Also, just because it's in obsessed now, I'm just gonna move it. There we go. Just because it's in obsessed now doesn't mean we can change it. We can't change it. So if you think, okay, maybe this gear I think is better than the all-in one, so I think we should put that one all in and baka and the other one up top. We could switch as we go. So don't think that that's the final stay. So
okay, that's good.
All right, so we got one down. 29 to go. 29 to go. So the next one we have is the first All Out. They debuted the Pesos gear. They had the Buck heads, which I think is it was a staple. It's peak Bucks right there.
For sure. I will say I did laugh just a little bit.
I can't blame you. I don't blame you. It's something that you weren't expecting when you saw that. But yeah, honestly, seeing this and then looking back, back into 2019, it just, I was like, man, sometimes I do miss the tassels. Sometimes I miss the money coming out, They don't even really do this.
Face.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think. It's because we haven't seen that much Bucks lately, and that really upsets me. But have they stopped with the streamers as well? Because when they turned heel, with Kenny in 2021, they had the streamers, and I think that's completely stopped also. Either that or I just haven't noticed.
Yeah. Well, they don't have anything like that during the trio entrance, at least.
Well, yeah, because the trio entrance is, you know, that's its own thing, you know. It's Carry On Wayward Son, which I'm so glad you finally got to see.
Me too. They don't shoot confetti or nothing though.
I know. I still like maybe I don't know. Well, it's probably never gonna happen. I think the money's like the end of an era, so I'm never gonna have Bucks money. That's fine. That's okay. But
I'll send you some.
You don't have to, Jaylee. But anyways, back to the main point. Where would you put this lovely out of the box gear on the tier list? I have an idea, but I want to see where you would put it first.
Gosh, I don't know. Like, I love it, but like I love it less than the one we already ranked, but I don't want to rank it lower.
See, I was gonna put it in Baka because just like Nick saying that, it's just completely out of nowhere, which is kind of what this was. It was kind of like, whoa, like I wasn't expecting that. So, you know, and it's like, again, it's like, you know, you don't love it, you don't hate it. So, and yeah, I think that's a good place to put it. Maybe we could change the names of these later, depending on how we feel. But anyways, the next gear we have, I should probably say this also really quick because I told Jaylee this was before we actually started recording everything. Or earlier in the live stream, I had mentioned that probably, I don't remember if we were live yet, but I have these, when I was sorting through these pictures to make sure I have as many sets as I could find, because my goal was to try and get all of them. But I labeled them like in a folder. So like they're if you notice, like as with the next one, which is the All Out 2020 gear, that's another All Out because again, when I labeled them, it's All Out. So it's All Out 2019, 2020, 2021. But because they're alphabetized, I didn't really care because, you know, yes, they're alphabetized, but the gear is still very different. We still have some from like New Japan era, from Ring of Honor, from, you know, the Tassel era, from to the new gear. So that's why I kept it like that. But if you notice that like, oh wait, there's another All Out, but we haven't seen Revolution, that's why. Because I alphabetized them when I sorted these. Because it was hard to find them. I just needed to make sure I wasn't doing any repeats or if I wasn't, you know, forgetting any. So there was just an easy way to organize it. But yes, next gear we have right here is the All Out 2020 gear. Oh shit, hold on. I'm gonna stand up really quick. I personally love this gear, and I even have one of the headbands. See, this is the headband.
Oh yeah, that's the one you have it from.
Yeah, this isn't like one of theirs per se. Like this was not worn by I joined a charity I joined a charity stream that Brandon did, and he was like, if you donate this much, you can get a signed 8x10. If you donate this much, you can get an 8x10 and a headband. So I was like, dude, I want a freaking headband. So I donated, but yeah, I love this gear, and, you know, this is the headband. This is the gear from the headband that I have. I love the colors also. Blue's one of my favorite colors, and it is predominantly blue. So, Jaylee, tier list, what do you think?
I think that would have to go in Obsessed, if we're being honest.
That is true. I just completely marked out about how much I love it. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, there it is. At the bottom right here, we have Obsessed. Again, just makes me miss the tassels. Okay.
I know.
Makes me wonder if they'll ever bring them back or if it's just something that will forever be remembered as like that was something they did. It's just because that was a staple. Like that was what made the Young Bucks the Young Bucks. It was the tassels, you know. Mm-hmm. And even when they've been heels before, like before AEW, and they still wore the tassels. I don't know, man. This is like a subplot of, you know, petition to bring back the tassels, I guess. But anyways, next gear number 4. Again, just I'll stop talking about it being alphabetized because maybe people won't notice. But we have All In 2021. Oh, yeah. See, we have some heel gear now.
I love this one though.
I like this one too. It is very orange. They look like a nice drink. But Nick's mustache is honestly what's kind of like this is not even gear, but that's like the most disturbing part of this entire image.
Disturbing. I agree. I was gonna say I love the gear, but the facial hair maybe brings it down.
No, but that's just Nick's. Matt's, if you look, Matt's is the same. It's not like the freaking porn stashes they rocked that one time. Oh my god. When Matt said, "Oh, my wife won't make love to me," I'm like, "Yeah, I don't freaking blame her. I wouldn't blame her either. I wouldn't blame her if she kicked you out of the house, bro." But so yeah, Yeah, but I freaking love the shoes also, which before they stopped was a big part of their gear also, the matching shoes. And these were customized. I actually want to recreate these. I just cannot find, unless I have to like actually paint the tongue of the, no, it's because it's white, but I can't find like the shoes where it's, you know, either orange or with the white tongue and like the white sole. Like it's hard to find. I haven't been able to find like shoes that look similar enough so I could do as little paint as possible. But that's another goal of mine because I really like this. I think orange is an underrated color, and I think the Bucks look good in orange because maybe sometimes they look a little orange.
Yeah, their spray tan matches.
Yeah, right. So Jaylee, on the tier list, where would you put this? It's right here. Oh, whoops! Whoops! That was not supposed to happen. All right, we need another look.
I think you should answer first on this one.
Okay. For me, I was probably gonna put it in the obsessed one. I know we already have 3 there, but again, it's like not like the top 5, but it's also like I'm in love with it. And I want to recreate the shoes. And I think it's just extra special because they had customized shoes to match this gear, or vice versa. They had gear to be customized with the shoes, you know?
For sure. I agree. I think it should go in obsessed.
All right. You know what? And we're obsessed Bucks fans, so expect a lot of these to be in the obsessed.
It could potentially get moved up, though.
That is true. That is very true. That is very true, depending on where we go. And at the end, again, when we have them all sorted, we can kind of like edit as we, you know, either as we go or at the end when we see all of them in the tier and have second thoughts. So it's not, this isn't final. So next gear we have is All Out 2022, All Out 2023. They wore this year 2 years in a row. I mean, I don't blame them. They had a very last minute throw-in match for All in 2023. And I fucking love this gear. I got to see it debut. I remember being so obsessed with it. I love the headbands with the freaking bling like draping over their eyes. I think that's Jaylee. Oh, there she is. I was like, something happened.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, you kind of buffered for a second. I was like, oh shit. I think I was going to say, I think her laptop died, but no, you're back. So, but what I was saying is, I love the headbands with the bling over their eyes. I love the jackets. I've seen people recreate them, and I'm like, dude, like, how much do you need me to pay for you to recreate this for me? Exactly. I need this jacket. And I'm like, Lady C, how much? Lady C doesn't take commissions, though. She says that making Bucks gear already is, like, a lot, which I don't blame her. I can only imagine, but I love this gear so much. I would probably put it... I would probably put it in the elite. Like elite. Put this the
that first one has elite. To be elite.
And this is their gear. I'm gonna go back to the picture. This is the gear that that matches their shoes, their custom shoes with Diadora, which I have actually under my desk here, in a box. But yeah, I know, Jaylee. Jaylee, you guys need to see the shrine. This is why she'll plug her Instagram after the show, and you'll be able to go see for yourself.
I look like I'm in a prison cell right now.
It looks like you're going to be interrogated, or that you're like at a court hearing via Zoom.
I probably am.
I know, right? But anyway, so yeah, I freaking love this gear. It's just amazing. I love the paint splatters. I need to redo I've done like my nail art like inspired by the shoes, but I think you need to like focus more like on the gear with the next nail art I do of the Bucks. True. But yeah, I freaking love this gear. So next,
it has to go on elite.
Yeah, next gear we have is this black gear. I just labeled it black gear, but this is, I believe, the second gear we got, the second tasselless gear we got from the Bucks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
After another one, which will come up soon. But yeah, I also like this gear a lot. It's kind of like, it's not, I guess, okay. I guess in their defense, Lady C's defense, I love Lady C, so there's nothing but respect and love for her. I think Jaylee can agree with me there. But I can kind of see where it's like, you know, they're trying to like figure out how this heel thing is going to work without the tassel. So I feel like this was almost like experimental because the first one was obviously a staple to show what their business is as far as their heel turn goes. And I'll explain that when we get to that specific set of gear. But this one, I feel like it's just kind of trying to figure out where are we going with this. And I think this is like, you know, again, experimental because they've only worn it like a couple times. And then They've only worn it a couple times, and we've never seen it since.
Yeah.
They only actually, I remember on Being the Elite, they were like taking moving pictures or moving like graphic pictures or whatever.
And that
And
gear?
yeah, they wore the bottoms, but they wore the jackets of the white gear.
Oh yes. Oh my lord.
I don't know what that combination was, if that's all they had on them, but yeah. That being said, we're gonna go to the tier list. I think I'm gonna put it under okay, because again, it's not like
Yeah.
the best, but again, it's not like, oh, I don't like it.
Yeah.
You agree?
It's just kind of simple, but simple's good
Yeah.
sometimes.
Sometimes simple is good. I think the Bucks are just not simple. And
Yeah,
again,
they're
that's
just
why I think
known
that
for not being simple.
yeah,
So
and
when
I
they
think
have
that's why
simple gear,
exactly, and I think that's why like the tassels were such a big staple, because it's very out of nowhere. Like you don't see that many dudes wearing tassels on their ankles or on their legs,
yeah.
during. But that's okay. That's okay. And again, I really think this was just an experimental type of gear, just to like have something to like really, so that way they're not wearing the Dior's over and over and over. I just spoiled it, but that way they're not wearing the first gear over and over and over. And so I can't blame them for this one, but it's still nice. So we have our next gear. We have this one. It's black holographic. This is, as you can see, I think
Old
those are
school.
the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships that they have. They both look super fucking young in this picture.
They do.
Matt obviously still just rocking the sideburns. For a while he had just the goatee, but still sideburns. It wasn't like a full-on beard, but this is just sideburns. And I don't even, depending on when this was taken or when this like happened, I may not have been an official Bucks fan yet. That's how old this is.
Honestly, me either, probably. It looks like, if you had to guess, what would you say, 2015?
I was gonna say 2016, around that time, give or take.
Yeah.
But I still like it. I obviously have a thing for Hollow, but they have other gear that's like, even like in the back then, that was just better. So I'm also okay with putting this in the okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I was going to say okay or possibly.
Not my fave.
I think okay, though. Okay.
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 There it is. I was trying to find it. I'm like, where is it? Some of these pictures are really small. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Next gear we have is, I like this
Oh,
one.
yes.
We have this black floral. This is like, again, like third or fourth gear. This is when they I think this is really when they started like becoming themselves with the heel stuff.
Yeah.
As you can see, if you look closely, this I think was almost immediately after the whole porn stash thing, because Matt's kind of starting to grow the sideburns back out, but Nick just has a little bit of peach fuzz around the mustache. I still will never forgive them for that. I remember almost screaming at how ridiculous, they looked. I was like, what are they doing? They're idiots. But they're idiots, but they're our idiots.
Exactly.
But yeah, I honestly, it took me a while to come around with his gear, but I eventually was like, you know what? Yeah, it's really nice. I like it. I think I got this from Nick's Instagram, and Nick, I think, cropped out his own shoes. But
Yeah.
I think these are the ones that they wore, like the red Jordans in, the band. I think they're called Band or something like that, because they're really rare. And that's the ones, the shoes that they're wearing, I believe, are the ones that Matt got like Christopher Daniels' blood all over and stained them. I think that really pleased the sneakerhead community. Oh, what's up? This is Will. Will, this is my good friend Jaylee. I've mentioned her a few times. And then that's not Katie. I know it's not Katie. It's Jaylee. Sounds a little similar. But yeah, we're ranking Bucks gears if you want to like try and influence where we should put them. But so anyways, this is the one that we're on right now. I'm not sure how much you've seen, and we're about to rank it. Where would you put it, Jaylee? I'll let you do it, because I wasn't the biggest fan of this gear at first.
Yeah, I remember us talking about it, and me and Brooke was like freaking out over how much we loved it, and then you were just like, I
was like, it's all right. But no, I came around. I do like it, and
I think I would put it in obsessed.
Obsessed?
But we can put it in Baka if you.
No, I'll put it in obsessed, because again, I feel like I don't deserve to have an opinion on this one, because I really didn't like it at first. So I trust your judgment. But really quick, I'm gonna look. Oh, you can't really tell, but I was gonna say, I wonder if this is like Matt also had like a braided hair era, like where he had like he's the reason why I've started to do double braids or just one long braid on like half of my hair.
I think
It
his
was
hair
'cause
was
of him.
braided there.
I think so too, but you can't see it because of the headband. Still love it though. Still love the headband. So next we have whoops. There you go.
Ooh, yeah,
Blood
that's
and
recent, too.
Guts. I've seen people on Twitter saying they hate this gear. I don't know if it's the Bucks gear or the Hangman gear that they didn't like, but it's like the same thing. But I love it. Maybe again, back to the first set of gear. It's probably because they really look good in white. I think they look great in white.
Yeah.
Also, we have Hangman cameo in this picture because they all look hot. I love the vest also.
Mm-hmm.
I like exactly. I was going to say the purple's a really nice touch. I like it. I wouldn't say I'm obsessed with it though, because like again, comparing it to the other ones, I think I'm going to put this one in Baka.
Yeah, I think so. I think it would be better if they had like some Jordans that were like purple, that had like
I think this is around the time they kind of stopped. I'm like, really, just white, bro? Like your entire gear's white. I'm pretty sure there's purple and black Jordans out there somewhere that they could have worn. I kind of wish, honestly, maybe for Hangman's critique, I think he had tassels, but they're very short. I think he needed long ones, and I think they could use long tassels, like the way that Hangman has them. I don't even think it's tassels. I think it's called fringe. But like, I think they could have used that. So where is it? There it is. Under because it's not a good or a bad thing.
I think.
Oh, whoops! I forgot to put it on the stage. Whoops.
Oh, okay.
Here it is, right there. Sorry, under I forgot to switch it. Next one. Hold on. I'm gonna move this little disclaimer at the bottom. All right. Next we have this one, which is another throwback.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, this is another massive throwback. I titled it Blue Psychedelic. Because I mostly see blue. This is a throwback. I mean, Matt is completely naked on the face. Nick looks like a little baby. Oh, this is so cute. Back when Matt's bicep was totally fine and he didn't have to wear a brace.
Oh no, good times, right?
I was gonna say good times, but I mean, it's there. Again, I think this is probably one of their earlier years, considering how young they look in here. I love the armbands. I would like to wear one of those. But as far as the tier list goes, I think I'm gonna put it under okay, or I would put it there. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say we have to come to a consensus. We can't just it goes here and that's all. And then that's it. But okay, we're officially a third of the way done, and this is what our tier list looks like. We have 1 under elite, we have 4 as obsessed, 2 as Baka, 3 okay, and none in not my fave. I think that's pretty okay for Bucks fans. I was gonna say being obsessed. I think we've kind of evenly divided this so far, so I think I'm proud of us. We're doing good. All right, so next gear we have one of my personal favorites. We have the Bucks of Jericho gear. I love this gear. I love that Chris gets matching gear with whoever he's teaming up with on the cruise. I think that's awesome. I will say though, it is kind of ironic looking back now because they absolutely do not like Jericho right now, and that's a little awkward. They have a match with Kenny and Jericho at Full Gear, which I'm not looking forward to because I don't like when they fight. I don't like when the elite fights.
This was the 2018 cruise, right?
Yes, I think this is the first cruise. I think this is the first cruise because this was.
I'm pretty sure this was the day, like 2 days before I met them.
Shut up! Are you serious?
No, because I remember them just getting off the cruise.
Did they smell like fish?
Is the cruise like November, like early November?
It depends. I think they tried to shoot for November, but because of COVID, they're just like whenever we can do it. Yeah. But if you remember, I think it was November.
It had to have been because they dressed. It could have been like late October because remember they dressed up for Halloween on this cruise.
Yes, and I was gonna mention that, and I was also gonna mention it was around the same time that the next cruise happened, like same time of the year, and that's when it was televised with AEW. Remember? Yeah. That was 2020. I was like, that was actually the second cruise that was televised with AEW was when Kenny and Hangman won the titles.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that was like in January because it was right before COVID hit, but still around that time. So the
That was
fact that you
also
met,
when they threw, was it MJF into the pool?
yeah, they did. They threw MJF, which I mean,
But
fair
yeah,
enough.
this picture I assume was like November 2nd or something.
I'm pretty sure. Like
And then
I would
I
have to go back.
I met them November 4th, so yeah,
Did they smell like fish?
probably. I'm kidding. They
Oh,
smell good.
okay, that's good. Did you tell him that?
No.
I was gonna say I didn't tell him that either. I was like, Matt smelled good. I hugged Matt way more than I've hugged. I was gonna say I hugged Matt like 2-3 times. I hugged Nick like maybe twice. I think I hugged Matt 3 times and Nick twice. But I was like, oh my god, and Matt smelled great. But
Yeah,
I
I was
didn't
like
tell him.
freaking out. But I remember because Nick was like telling me they were like talking about the cruise.
Girl, you need to meet them again. Well, you've met Matt like a few more times, a couple more times after you actually met them. But like
if you count the ringside pics, but yeah.
Yeah. Girl, at this point, just come to El Paso when they come back, and then like we'll go to the airport. All right, we'll show up at the airport, and I'm gonna just like shove you right in front of Nick and be like, dude, remember this face.
Nick.
I know, but Nick, I was gonna say Nick loves you, and you gotta follow Jaylee on Instagram to know why. You'll see. They're like besties. But back to the tier list. We have Bucks of Jericho. I personally am obsessed with this gear, but that's probably biased because I do also love Jericho. I mean, my freaking name's Y2 Garcia. But Jaylee, I need a more of an unbiased perspective on this one. Where would you put it?
Did you say obsessed is where you would put it?
Yeah.
We can put it there. My vote would honestly be Macabre, but we can put it in obsessed because it has like sentimental value to both of us.
That is true. That is very true. Again, at the end we can switch positions. That sounds horrible.
Sorry.
I sounded like Nick. That sounds like something Nick would say. We could switch tiers for the gear.
This ends up out of pocket on accident.
Yeah, well, that again, like Nick when he said, "Yeah, last time we saw me, I middle fingered your ass," and he was like, "That doesn't sound right."
I'm a cream-filled type of guy.
Yeah. Dude, oh my god.
You really pulled a Nick there.
I did pull a Nick. Again, that sounds exactly like something Nick would say. Oh my god, what an influence. So the next gear we have, Jaylee is, I'm gonna already put it in elite. Jaylee absolutely loves this gear.
Oh my god. My least favorite gear. I hate that gear.
The French fry gear, the chicken feet gear, whatever you want to call it. They're actually bullets. If you guys look closely enough, they're bullets. Again, I wasn't really the biggest Bucks fan at that point, but Jaylee, I'm pretty sure was. And even then, I've gone back to look at pics and matches, and when I did, I was like, "What the hell are on?" Like, I thought they were fingers. They look like fingers.
For the longest time, I dead ass thought they were French fries.
The French fry gear, that's what we call it.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if they had like maybe bullets on their tassels and maybe like not as many bullets. To be fair, that's probably like a stock image that was probably easiest to like get material of. And that was like, that you can't pick and choose like how many bullets there are. But oh yeah, like this one I just don't think is it. They've had plenty of other gear. I already know where Jaylee's gonna put it. I'm pretty sure if there was a worse tier, she would. But
not my fave is an understatement. Yeah. That's the only one I will roast like that though. Disclaimer, because I love their gear, but that one. Hate it.
Yeah, that one. It's not. Again, they look like fingers. Like you, let us know what you think this looks like without looking like too close. Again, it took both of us a stupid amount of time to like, because they're in the Bullet Club. They're bullets. Wow, but no, not. And like I don't know, like maybe it's just because we don't like the gear, but like it doesn't look.
And the good. Color just.
It looks like their skin. Like it almost looks like identical to their skin color.
It looks like, if from like far away, it just looks like hairy legs.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe if they were like gold bullets or silver bullets, maybe it could work. But the fact that the bullets look like their skin color, maybe that's why I saw fingers. If the logo or the belt wasn't there, you would probably think they're wearing nothing.
I mean, okay, I was about to say something out of pocket. Let's not.
Oh. No, don't pull a Nick. I know you like Nick, but you shouldn't speak like Nick. Anyway, so the next gear we have, I don't think it can get any worse. Let's see. Oh, okay. This
Oh
is
yeah.
like California,
Love.
Mr. In and Out. Yeah, I was actually telling classmates who know nothing about wrestling yesterday about how I got Nick Whataburger socks because he always dunks on it, and
That's
I was
so
like,
funny.
still the best thing like I've ever done. I'm like, I wish I could have been the one to give it to him in person.
Oh no,
But
his reaction though, I'm glad he opened it.
I know. You know what? If they ever come back to El Paso and I'm brave enough to go to the airport and bring him something, I might get him something else Whataburger just because I need to see him like.
Get him like actual Whataburger.
Dude, that's actually a good idea. It's gonna be so stale and old though by the time it gets here.
Get him a gift card.
That is true. Oh, that's kind of messed up also because well, I guess they travel a lot anyways. But I'm like, bro, like, Whataburger's like only in a few select states.
Yeah,
I think the
we don't have
closest to
that
them is.
luxury.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say,
have
I
that
think
luxury
the closest one to them is in Arizona, somewhere in Arizona. I don't even know where in Arizona, but Arizona. But yeah, I love this gear also. I've talked about with Jaylee and her friend Brooke
I love
that
this too. And with the shoes, don't they have matching?
yeah.
like,
yes,
SoCal?
they have the yeah,
Sort
they
of.
have matching California shoes, which I think also works well. And they have the Buck shirts, the California shirt. I think it's like a whole outfit. It like pulls everything together. But I was telling Jaylee and her friend Brooke that when Nick had his singles match for the international championship against Ray Phoenix, I don't know, man. I was like, damn, Nick looks really good in that gear. Like he like knows how to pull off the brown and the green. You know, brown and green is probably not the best color combo, but damn, Nick can like pull that shit off.
For sure. That's when
So,
you switch sides.
I'm
Honestly,
thinking. Oh, what were we gonna say? Are you gonna put it in the league?
honestly, I would.
You know what?
But
Fair
just-
enough, because they're also from SoCal. It's like this. I feel like just is them, not just because it's like Bucks gear. Like it's not
Yeah.
just, but also because it's them. They're from California. They proudly, wear it. And I also like the headband. I like the little star.
Yeah.
I think that's like a little simple.
And the first
touch.
time they wore it was on their homecoming, right? In Rampage. It was on Rampage and they were in Ontario for the first time.
Yeah. Now they're going back to Ontario.
For Dynamite, right? This week.
Guaranteed Jaylee wants Nick in a singles match in singles action again, says McVeigh from YouTube. So it's good to know that we're not the only ones here. But I'm pretty sure
I love Matt too.
look, it balances out, okay? Because I freaking love Matt and Jaylee freaking loves Nick, all right? It balances out. We're perfectly balanced.
But I would not be mad about a singles run.
Dude, look,
That would
I'm
tear
just
us apart.
They
Like,
keep look
Matt-
the elite keep fighting. Matt's bicep is obviously giving him some problems, which really upsets me. Honestly, I'm like no, because he went without the brace for a bit, like after Double or Nothing. I think that was just like for the story, honestly, because like towards All In, he was back wearing the brace again, even before then, if I remember correctly. So that makes me big sad. I just hope he's all right. But
Yeah.
anyways, next gear we have. Oh, as I was mentioning it before, this was the first tasselless gear we got from the Young Bucks after their heel turn. I freaking love this gear so much.
Me too.
I remember, oh my god, I remember watching this at my aunt's house because I wasn't home, but she has DirecTV, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch on her TV. And they were cutting up the tassels, and I was like, oh my god, I was so afraid that the gear was gonna look ugly, or I wasn't gonna like it, or because it was too much of a change without the tassels. And then they walk out looking like this, and I was like, holy shit, like that is freaking, whew, like is it hot in here, or is it just them? I freaking love this
It's
gear.
just them.
And they managed to piss off even the non-wrestling fan sneakerheads by wearing their Dior highs to wrestle in this match. I mentioned earlier when we were back at the Black Bucks gear that this was like the first one, and because the black one seemed a little like experimental, it just seemed like something they could have in the meantime, because I'm pretty sure they didn't want to wear this all the time, especially with the Dior's. But yeah, this was a really good this was a good way to start. This was a really good start with the new Bucks,
A home run for sure.
Yeah, they knocked it out of the park. Lady C absolutely killed it with his gear. I love the light gray. I want to put this one in Elite.
Elite.
We just put the Cali one. it's a very big step. Again, kind of like with the sentimental thing you said.
Yeah.
Like, this was the first gear that they did after their big heel turn, after cutting the tassels. It was a big dramatic thing. It was a big deal. It was a big deal for like Bucks fans, and they absolutely killed, and they really made a statement. Again, they really showed that they were going to piss a bunch of people off by wearing shoes that are super expensive to wrestle.
Yeah, they made like big media.
Yeah, people were saying these wrestlers are wearing their Dior highs in the ring, and again, it pissed off a bunch of sneakerheads. And back to the All Out gear, to the All Out 2021 gear, that same pay-per-view, when they were wearing that gear, Matt took out a Travis Scott Nike shoe and glued thumbtacks all over it, and people had a goddamn field day with that. Crazy. And well, since we talked about blood and guts also, because we talked about that gear, he went ahead and freaking right, it was a flaming shoe, right?
Yeah, it had like a firecracker or something.
Yeah, like the Tiffany shoe at Blood and Guts. I think it was on fire or something like that, or firecracker or something. Dude is fucking crazy with his shoes, but I'm here for it. And again, he doesn't care who he pisses off, and I love that. I like that they don't care. It's just, I think that was a good. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, and the fact that the Dior's got stolen and he got another pair.
Yeah, I know. That's for those of you who don't know or don't watch Being the Elite. They got stolen. They stole it from the airport or something.
The lows, though, right?
The lows, yeah. They didn't wear the lows in the ring. They wore the highs. But I do feel bad because Dana, his wife, got him the lows for his birthday, and they got stolen. Both Bucks have had shit lost or stolen, like, from the airport. It's crazy. McVeigh says the explosive one is the best. Change my mind from double. That is true. That is the best use of the shoe, the exploding super kick. I freaking love that picture. It is amazing.
It's iconic. That also made headlines.
That is true. The exploding super kick, dude. Mac just makes headlines, bro.
They know how to make some noise.
For sure. That absolutely. You can't love them or hate them. They get your attention, regardless if it's good or bad. So yeah, right here we have. Oh, there we go. Shake, shake, shake. We have the Dior's gear, and now we are moving on to the halfway point. We are halfway done with. Oh, whoops! There we go. Double or Nothing. The first ever Double or Nothing. The first ever Double or Nothing, the first ever AEW anything. This was AEW's debut into the world, and the Bucks absolutely coming out with the Elvis gear. I love this gear. Good way to make a statement. This one was actually tasselless also, but it wasn't because they were going tasselless. They still have tassels on the jacket.
Yeah.
But I love this gear. Again, back in the white. They look awesome. I freaking love it.
That's what I've noticed. I've noticed with this list. All my favorite, a lot of my favorites are the white gear.
I've noticed there's white in the this one's not mostly white, but this one has white. This one has white. I should probably name them because I don't need to see the cursor. But the Dior's have white. The All Out 2022 has white. All In 2023 has white. Blood and Guts has white. Yeah, the Bucks they just look really good in white. They look fantastic in white.
I don't know, something about that gear. I just love this gear. I don't know why.
I want to put this gear in Elite for a couple of reasons. One, I'm going to do it. Why not? We both said yes. Elite. One, because, again, this was AEW's debut to the world, and I think they absolutely killed it with their attire. Soul ADC, she's the one who made it. But also, this was the gear that they had with their first ever official AEW action figures. That was their gear that they had. I love that gear. I'm looking at the figures. It's so cool. I really like it. And I think it said Viva Los Young Bucks on the back, on the little on the back piece, which I think is cool. And again, it's just what started it all. Matt likes to remind everyone that they started it all. So yeah, I think that deserves to be in the Elite tier, which is where I put it. So the next gear, we're on the second half, so we're the second wind, if you will. We have, okay, this is the best picture I could find, but this was the Double or Nothing 2020 gear. I think,
right?
Yes, Stadium Stampede. I think this is when, like, not exactly they debuted it, but like it was for this pay per view. Like this was new gear because they were gone for a bit. I think Matt like injured. No, Matt injured his ribs on the return when they returned. But like the go home show for Double or Nothing, they showed up. They've been gone, and they showed up and they jumped from the goalpost, from the field goalpost, and Matt injured his fucking ribs when he jumped off. But I think that was new gear when they showed up because they were wearing this when they showed up before Double or Nothing. But I think this was new, so that's why I labeled it for Double or Nothing 2020.
So
I like.
I love the vest, but the pants just, I don't know. They're like not my like absolute favorite.
I was gonna say that I like this gear. I think the vests are what bring it together, but that's not what they wear. You know, they take off the vest for the match.
Yeah.
And again, I just think the camouflage. Maybe it is because like it was in front of nobody, so I can see why like, you don't want to go too over the top. But like again, like the camouflage, I feel like I can find these leggings like somewhere, or like I have workout pants that look kind of like this.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a little simple, which again, simple. There's nothing wrong with simple, but again, I also think it's just because it was a match that happened in front of nobody. Like no one watched this in live in person. So
yeah.
I think we'll put it under okay. You down to put it
under
okay? All right. Okay, we have okay.
Let's see what my laptop is at. Oh, we're still decent. I have 30%.
All right, we'll get through this. We're at number 17, which is Double or Nothing 2021. We have, this is after an artist, I believe. No, like I could have sworn.
Probably.
If you guys know, let us know. But I'm not like into art or something like that because unfortunately I believe it's an artist. Okay, if I'm wrong, I am so sorry. But the person who like this gear was inspired by unfortunately passed away like last year or something, or 2 years ago. And I remember Matt made a post about it. So that's kind of why I knew it. Other than that, I wouldn't have known where the inspo for this gear was. But I do like it. I like the blue and the orange.
And I like the fact that they're like wearing the different headband to kind of mix it up.
Oh yeah, and what I like, they've done this a couple times, but what I like is that like they're flipped, if you will. So Matt has the blue on his right and the orange on his left, and then Nick is the opposite. He has the orange on his right and the blue on his left.
I love when they do that.
Yeah, I like when they do that too, because it makes them almost like it. How do I say, like symmetrical, if you will? Because like, you know, especially because when they do the Bucks pose, they each lean to one side. I think it works well. And when I do nail art, and I've done nail art inspired by this, when I have to kind of like pick and choose, like, oh shit, do I want to do it like Matt or Nick? 9 out of 10 times I choose Matt, but sometimes I'll do Nick. But yeah, I'm like, I love this gear a lot. So I think I want to put it. I'm stuck between Baka and Obsessed. I'll let you.
Okay, I would put it in Obsessed, but also I think it kind of ranks well with the stuff that's in Baka, though.
That is true. We'll move. We'll put it in Obsessed for now, and then when we finish, we'll see where the last stand is with all the gear. So the next gear we have, again, we're still on Double or Nothing, but now we have Double or Nothing 2022. I love this gear also. It's kind of like, it's similar to the first Double or Nothing gear because it is based on Elvis. That being said, here's the thing, Jay. I think depending on where we rank this, I do not think it should be in the same tier as the first Double or Nothing gear.
Definitely not.
Because it's almost the same. I do think I don't know. It's hard because I do like the little, like the sides here. I love the jackets. But the gear, again, they don't wear the jackets when they wrestle.
Yeah.
They wear, the bottoms, and this is like very simple if you take away the jackets, because it's just this stuff on the side. Other than that, it's completely white. So that being said, I honestly wanted to put this in Baka because I like it. I do love the gear. I love it. This is how it's inspired by Elvis. I love the orange. But again, the jackets are really what makes it like stand out, but they don't wear the jackets when they wrestle.
I agree. Because honestly, like that gear isn't like my favorite
Really? Do you want to put it in okay then, or are you fine with putting it in baka?
No, I think Baka's good. Like you said though, I really like the jackets, but also the facial hair brings it down. I know it's
That is true. They did like a reverse goatee. I was like, why? I guess to get the sideburn effect, but Matt, if there's anything we've learned from 2020 is that the facial hair is the best thing Matt could have ever done. Because you guys are longtime AEW watchers, and if you watch Being the Elite, he was growing out the beard. It was just supposed to be a quarantine thing. I guess we all thought it was going to be 2 weeks or whatever, or a month.
Yeah.
And then he was going to shave it, but then
he was like, I'm not shaving until COVID's over.
Oh yeah, and COVID didn't finish until like, if you want, give or take, like 2.5 years later. So Matt probably would have had like up to here if he just kept growing it without cutting it. But eventually there was a mess up. There was an accident that happened in 2020, right before All Out. If you watch Being the Elite, he said he had an accident with the razor, and it was just, I guess it was an unfixable one, so he had to just take off the beard completely. He still had the sideburns because I guess he was still intending on growing the beard out. But oh my god, go and watch that. It is the scariest thing you will see, especially when you're so used to Matt having a beard.
Literally a jump scare.
Yeah, they even made fun of him. They kept making fun of him, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was giving the middle finger to Matt's son." They didn't let him hear the end of it, which fair enough. And here's the thing: Being the Elite comes out after the Dynamite episode, so we were completely jump scared because Matt just shows up
for the match.
For the match, unannounced, with his beard shaved, and go look at the pictures. It's bad. It's bad. Matt, I love you, but I was like, whoa. You could see his little dimples though, which I thought was so cute. But that was the only good thing about it. But even then, I was like, no, it's a no from me. But yeah, back to the main point. Baka is Double or Nothing 2022. Now here though, Double or Nothing 2023. Whew, that's a different story because the jackets and the bottoms look absolutely incredible. This is the exploding super kick shoes. They were like Into the Spider-Verse shoes also, which I freaking love. I also love this unrelated, but I love how we got black and gold, red, black, gold, red, a little bit with the butterflies here. Kenny's like, fuck y'all, I'm just wearing white. Kenny is just...
His is like Captain America though, right?
Yeah, yes. But I just love how Kenny's like, I don't give a fuck if I match or not. He dances to the beat of his own drum, and I love that about him. But I just love how, again, there's like some cohesiveness between the three, and then Kenny's just like, nah. Even, when him and the Bucks do trios action, I've seen Kenny, like when they first returned, or actually we'll get to that, but there's times when, basically, to keep it short, so I don't also spoil anything, is that the Bucks and Hangman will wear, they'll match, but then Kenny's just like, nah.
His rationale was probably, the Bucks are wearing the Spider-Man shoes, and I'm
I'll do Marvel also. I can see that happening. They're like, oh, look, they probably sent Kenny a picture saying, we're going to wear these for Double or Nothing. And Kenny's like, ooh, Marvel, so let's do Captain America. Which I love this gear, though. We can do a Kenny tier list another day, but yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to have Brooke on for that.
We need to get her on. We'll do the three of us for the Kenny one, if anything. I was also thinking, since we're doing tier lists, I think tier lists, is becoming my favorite thing right now. We can have her on for part 2, and I'm thinking like ranking the Bucks shirts because they have a fuck ton of shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees. I think that'd be another one.
You can also rate their Jordans.
Yeah, so that's like a many of lists that I think the three of us should do together. But that's for another.
Oh, that's good.
I think it's for especially since we'll both be on break soon, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to the tier list. Where do you think this one ranks?
Honestly, I would put that in Elite. I love it so much.
I love it too. That is probably the best, in my opinion, of their Double or Nothing gear.
Yeah. So we have to put it up there with the other one.
For sure. Okay, so 20. We're 2/3 of the way done. We have the Elite Squad gear. I added this. It is their gear. I love it too. I'm obsessed. I think I'll put this one obsessed because technically it is not their gear. I kind of cheated. But I was like, dude, they wore this for the match. They had the coolest entrance. Nick tried to dunk a basket and completely missed.
He missed it. He made the practice one on BTE, remember?
Yes, I do
And
remember.
then missed it on the show.
Yeah, I know I think it's probably most likely due to copyright reasons, but they've, Pro Wrestling Tees has made like custom jerseys. So I wish they would make an Elite Squad jersey. I
Yes,
wish they
we've
would do
talked
it.
about this.
I would totally get the Matt one, just because I'm,
I would get the Nick one,
Yeah, and then Brooke would get the Kenny one. Yeah. But that being said, I think this gear belongs in Obsessed, because
For sure.
where is it? Oh, there it is. I sometimes have trouble keeping track. There it go. Oh no, that's Baka. Obsessed right there. Yes, because again, the entrance alone makes this gear so iconic. Also, the shorts are really short, and I'm like, damn, And Matt shaved his legs in 2021, but I think like there's this leg hair was starting to grow back, which thank God. I was like, what do you mean he shaved his freaking legs? His forest of leg hair was gone. But I don't know. I think they need to wear shorts more often. I love that you could
Imagine they come out in trunks one day.
Okay, I'd be a little weirded out. But I like the shorts because it was something different. But also, like, you could, again, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being weird, but like, you could see their legs, man. I'm like, dang, they have nice legs.
Maybe it's just me being weird.
Yeah, maybe. But I know you and Brooke have made fun of Matt's legs before. You're like, there's
no, like lovingly.
Love it. Yeah, okay. I should make that clear. When we make fun of them, it's out of love. We absolutely adore these guys. First of all, we would never tell them in person, yo, your legs. No, nothing like that.
No, he has good legs though. He has like thick, muscular legs.
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm like being a weirdo about it. Cause I'm like, damn, dude. Okay, I'll stop being a weirdo. Next one, this is their newest gear. Their newest gear, the face. I think I just put face gear because it has their face on them. It has their face everywhere, even their freaking headband. I want that Matt Jackson headband. That I freaking love this gear. I love the color navy blue also.
So I love it too. I just saw this gear in person last week.
I know, when Matt threw a goddamn tantrum. How did it look in person? Like, please tell me how it looked in person.
Really good. I mean, okay, I was like blanking out in the moment because I'm like going crazy.
No, I bet. I can only imagine, but
because so I was like, if you asked me what gear they was wearing right after the match, I'd be like, I have no clue.
Or like, oh, like what color were their eyes? I don't know. We only know this because we're.
It looked really good though. I love that gear.
I love
the navy blue.
I love the navy blue too. I love their faces. I love the jacket. It's so simple in the front with the little smiley face, and like I think this is like the logo that says Young Bucks. But in the back, and then like this in the back. Like I wish, or I hope, or I wish that they would sell this like a jacket. They've made Jon Moxley like hockey jerseys, and they've made jackets. Like, dude, make this a jacket. I would get this jacket. I freaking love it.
Me too.
So, Obsessed or Elite?
Yeah, I was going to say, honestly, maybe Elite. That's like one of my favorite gear.
Yeah, I know it's the newest, and some people might like say, well, it's the newest, so of course you love it. It's like a honeymoon, like a flavor of the month. But I don't know, bro. I think I'm going to love this gear for a very long time.
Yeah, me too. Also, my laptop is like almost dead. So like if I just disconnect, that's why. And I'll join on my phone.
All right. Yeah. Just a warning, guys. Jaylee will be back if her laptop dies. I will obviously stop in between. I will stop and like not continue. I'm not going to continue ranking stuff without her, but we're almost done anyway. So it's
yeah.
Okay. The next one we have is this one.
Oh my Lord.
I don't know if you can look closely, but it's their faces everywhere. This one is a little like, I don't know, like they've even made a shirt, and I've seen this shirt online for resale, and not even for like that much money, but I've held off on getting it because I'm like, it's a little creepy for me. Like it's a little like
they're all looking in public.
They're all looking at me, I'm like they're all staring at me, or they're staring at others.
This gear is so bad that it's iconic. It's like amazing. I love it.
Again, back to the skin color, because it is their faces, it's their skin, so it's just almost like a skin suit. It's so weird. This is probably the one for me. Like I think the way you really don't like the Bullets gear, I think like even then I wouldn't say I hate it, but this one just isn't it for me. If I had to pick a least favorite, this would probably be it. So I think I already know where this is going, so I'm just gonna not my favorite.
I would honestly put it in Elite.
Are you serious? Please tell me you're lying.
I'm like, okay, if we're being serious,
okay,
yeah, it's down there. But it's like so.
Okay, let's put it in the middle, because again, Baka is out of nowhere. So is this
Yeah.
gear. So we'll put it in.
Plus, nothing deserves to be down there with the French fry gear.
That is, I guess that is kind of true. Also, your hate for the French fry gear, I guess, deserves to be on its own. All right, so I think now, if I remember correctly, we are on to the next AEW pay-per-view set. Nope, we're not. This is the, what is it called? Like the Rockers or something? This was like inspired by the Rockers. This is vintage, but also they look not that young.
Their last Ring of Honor match, right?
Yes. And actually, this is a little tidbit. When Matt versus Nick on Being the Elite happened, and they had like, when Nick's like, "Oh, you want to see a magic trick?" And then like they recreated the Marty Jannetty thing. Matt, not the top, but Matt was wearing, I could have sworn he's wearing those bottoms. And another weird little tidbit, Matt, I think this is the first and probably only time I've ever seen Matt with his hair straightened. Like, I think he ran a flat iron through his hair.
Wait, really? I didn't even notice that.
His hair is so straight. Here, well, really quick, I'm gonna look it up. I know your laptop's about to die, but I gotta do this. The Elite 200. There you go. It's like in one of my recent searches. But it just looks so straight, because you know how Matt's hair, it's beautiful. I love Matt's hair, but sometimes it looks a little frizzy. Like, it looks like, you didn't run a flat iron through, which is fine. You want to take care of your hair. It looks beautiful. It looks nice and wavy. I love it. But with this one though, okay, yeah, he's wearing the whole set, I think. But like his hair, look, hold on, I'm trying to. Okay, I think this is a good image. I'll send it to you on your phone. I'm gonna screenshot it really quick. I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram so you can see it on your phone. Okay. But like, I'll see if I can find another one. But his hair looks super straight. Like, it just looks straighter. Like, you've seen how Matt's hair is. It just looks a lot straighter than, other times.
It really does.
Yeah, like, it looks like he ran a flat iron. It just looks, when you run your hair through a flat iron, it looks a little shinier, looks a little sleeker. That's how it looks. But Matt is wearing...
Maybe he just didn't wash his hair for a couple days.
Maybe, that is true. And the freaking oils in his hair just made his hair flat, like, just drop down. I don't know. But he was wearing this in Being the Elite 200 with his beautiful hair straightened, maybe. But yeah, this is their last Ring of Honor. I don't know. I think that one's, like, okay to me. I know it sounds very bad considering that this was, like, their last Ring of Honor.
Yeah, it's honestly... not my fave. I could put it in either of the two bottom ones, honestly.
I'll put it in okay, because again, I don't think it's as bad as the French fry gear, but also, despite it being having such an impact, it's still not my favorite. I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
All right, so next one we have Full Gear. We are now at the Full Gear list. This is, I believe this is when they debuted this gear in Full Gear. That's just where I found the pics. I believe so. I don't remember it being anywhere else.
I think so.
Or you know what? No. Wait, no, because I think it was Dynamite. They debuted this on AEW Dynamite because they were wearing this gear with Kenny in October, and then Full Gear was November. So I want to say this was...
Did they wear this on the first ever Dynamite?
Yes, I remember.
Okay.
I believe so. Hold on. Oh, God, now I gotta go freaking look. I could have sworn, like, first...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did wear that gear on the first
ever. Because even Kenny wore his Wrestle Kingdom 13 gear, which is green. That's the only time they've ever matched those fuckers. Okay, it's not giving me what I want, but I think I am right. Like, this was debuted on Dynamite, but still, they wore it at Full Gear, so I titled it just Full Gear.
Yeah.
I like this gear. I like the little tears. I like the green, but honestly, I'm not like obsessed with it.
Me either.
I would probably put this one in Baka, if I'm being honest.
Agree. That's what I was thinking.
But it's a good start for the Full Gear.
It's stuff. Good. It's just like.
But then you have next year when they debut. They won the titles. They wore the Lakers gear, and FTR wore like Celtics colors. Yeah. Full Gear 2019. Was that when they debuted it? I could have sworn they wore it on Dynamite, which happened before Full Gear.
I'm pretty sure they wore it on Dynamite first.
Okay, we'll see.
But also anyway, Full Gear.
Yeah, they wore it for both. But I think Dynamite is when they debuted it. But anyways, I love this gear. I love the Lakers colors. My families all are all Lakers fans. That's not the reason why I love it, but it's also just because again, it was a really big moment, especially for us Bucks fans.
Mhm.
I love it. I think I would put either obsessed or elite. I'm not sure which one you'd put it in, Jaylee. But I love this gear.
I love it too. Probably obsessed.
Okay, we'll put it in obsessed for now, but we'll see where it.
Yeah, we might change our mind.
We might change our minds, yeah. But I freaking love this gear. But next we have, sticking with full gear, we have full gear 2021, the Pepto-Bismol gear, as some people have called it. I love this gear. I love this gear. I love the pink. I love when,
this is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I agree. This is one of my favorites also. Look, see, this is when they had streamers. Long live the streamers. But I honestly think this one is either obsessed or elite also.
Elite.
You know what? Because okay, again, like as I mentioned, there is a part 2, but this is like the only like bright, like pink, kind of neon gear that we've seen from them.
Yeah, and they had the solid pink shoes and everything.
Yeah, that's fun fact. We talked about Nick getting stuff lost at the airport. That was the gear and shoes that they lost.
But he got it back.
He got it back. Matt was not lucky. Nick got his back, but yeah, they just don't have luck with airports.
They should wear the pink gear again.
Maybe that's why they're going private, bro. Like they started flying private because they just don't want to lose their shit anymore.
Yeah, really.
But okay, when you come to El Paso, though, you are not allowed to fly private, guys. Next, we have one of my all-time favorite gears, full gear 2022, the real white gear.
The return of the elite, right?
Yes, the return. The elite were gone after All Out 2022. There was an incident. We won't specify. We're not here to divide anyone. But
sorry, I just flipped off the camera.
Oh, you're fine. It's okay. You don't know why. Maybe she was flipping off the ref. Who knows? Or Don Callis. He's right there. You can see Don. That's who she was flipping off. But see, back to how Kenny doesn't match. They're wearing all white and Kenny's just like green, bro. But yeah, I freaking love this gear. It's holographic also. This is how we've talked about how we've talked about. Yeah, I saw this gear in person, the white gear. Well, in part 2, you'll see why we keep talking about the white gear. But I love this gear. It looked so hot in person. Both of them look fantastic in it. I love the headbands. This is when we were talking about like how sometimes simple is good. This is the perfect example. This is super simple. It's white, but it's holographic and it's gorgeous. I love this gear so much.
They also called it the Backstreet Boys gear. Remember?
The Backstreet Boys Gang Bang Bus Undies gear.
Yeah.
You guys gotta watch that Being the Elite episode. Nick got his ear pierced in that same episode for full gear, and because of him, I'm not wearing a second earring, but I got my second piercing.
I just watched that BT episode like 2 days ago.
Dude, I just love it. I love Nick sitting in the pink Claire's chair talking about,
and how mad they get that they changed in the van.
Yeah. I'm in my undies, like mixing undies is just.
You got me in my little undies on the effing bang bus.
The gang bang bus. And then Matt's reaction, he's like laughing at him, but oh my god, he looks freaking hot there. Like I have a screenshot of just Matt like laughing at him because he looks so good.
And then Brandon, I'm trying to start you guys an OnlyFans.
I'm still waiting, Brandon. Like, come on. But
that's
also,
where my money's going.
Yeah, that's what is that the Backstreet Boys? Yeah, so
Backstreet just for me, in my head, at least.
Right? For that has to be, but yeah, for sure the Backstreet Gangbang Undies Bus gear I think is going in elite. We have officially doubled our elite tier.
Oh, it's the longest one. Well, I feel like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's because the pictures they're like a lot of extra horizontally ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 in elite. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in obsessed. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Paca. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in okay, and 1 in not my favorite. I think that's pretty all right.
Yes.
We're almost done. We're at the home stretch. Hopefully Jaylee's laptop will hold on for dear life. So 28, we have the Golden Bucks gear.
I'm at 7%. We'll see.
We'll see. We're almost done. We're Golden Bucks. We'll get through this fast. I love this gear also. I've done nail art for this gear also.
This was their all-in gear, right?
Yep, first all-in with Kota Ibushi. Nick's headband is beautiful. I would love this headband. Like, Nick also just looks good. I think his hair looks good. You know, Matt looks great too, but Matt just has his hair tied back. I think when their hair is down, it's just so gorgeous.
I could be wrong, but I think Nick gave that headband to a fan.
Nick, why wasn't that fan me? I freaking love this headband, but I think you're right, actually.
I just
Lucky
think I remember
bro.
that.
I wish I was as lucky as some of these fans are. Some fan Brooke got a chair from Nick, but the fan I'm specifically talking about is the fan who got a shoe from Matt.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Did they have a sign that was like, "Hey Matt, can I have your shoe?" Or did they just give it to him?
It was their birthday. I do feel bad it was their birthday, but they're like, send me super kicks. And I think they put like their Cash App or something, super kick, like, or something like that.
I'm gonna bring a sign that says it's my birthday to every show now.
I know. Nick would totally say, "Oh, happy birthday." Matt would be like, "Isn't your birthday like in July?" But yeah, the person who got a shoe from Matt, I'm so jealous of. That's honestly the influence between that made me put for my hello, Carissa. She follows us on Instagram. You caught us at the tail end, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm glad you're here. But that's why for All Out, I made the sign that says, "If you lose your shoe, can I call dibs?" Because I was like, bro, I want your shoe also. But that was the Diodora shoe, so it's like, there's no way I'm getting that shoe. But it's okay, though. Maybe next time, if they ever come back to El Paso. But yes, back to the tier list. Julie's at 7%. We got to hurry. I think this one should be in Elite because, again, it's another stepping stone, and this gear is
sentimental, and I love it.
Yeah, and it's fantastic. It's not like the others were like, it's not my favorite. We freaking love this gear. And these are figures, second figures of the Bucks, this gear.
Yeah.
Which is a little weird because I don't think they did. In the very beginning in AW, they wore it like a couple times.
Yeah.
But there was that when Kenny was like kind of going crazy and he was punching Marco's stunt and Nick had to like stop him. And Kenny was just like big eyes smile. I'm like, whoa, dude. Damn, Kenny. Kind of hot.
Plus, they look good in like the shiny.
For sure, like the big lights, and then it's also because I believe they're holographic also. But the thing with holo is that it's best seen under light. So like if there was a big light shining on them, then yeah, you could see it better.
I'm looking respectfully.
I was gonna say I see like where like I'm putting my cursor, like I could see like I can see some holo there. Respectfully looking. So, oh, I think that's Jaylee's laptop dying. Okay, it's cool. I'll wait for her to show up. I might have to kick her actually, because that sounds mean. But no, let me explain. It's because she's gonna join it from her phone. That's gonna show up as a completely separate thing. So I'm probably gonna have to kick this screen out. I'll do that right now. Actually, I'll wait for Jaylee to show up. And yeah, because we're almost done. I didn't expect this to go super long, but it did, and I'm not upset at that because the nerves have definitely gone away. There she is. All right, Jaylee's back.
On my phone, I can't see.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I know it's all right. So yeah, we have two more anyway. So it's just two more that.
Okay. I'm gonna be.
It's okay. This one, I think I put graffiti gear because that's what it looks like. It looks like a bunch of graffiti, like on their gear. So I think I'm right. I think I'm titling it graffiti. That's why it's here. I like this gear also. It's not my favorite. It's not like, oh, I'm obsessed with this gear, especially the way we were especially the way we were completely marking out at the last gear. I think this one could go under Baka or not obsessed. Baka or okay.
I think I would honestly put it in okay. Like I like it, but it's just like not,
All right.
Also, I have to put my face so close to the camera that I just turned my camera off for the last ones because.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine. Or maybe, and then afterwards you can you can put your face back on to say bye. But yeah, this is the last one. I think this is a really good one to end off with. But we have Hardy Bugs. We have Hardy Bugs. I love this gear also. I think it's iconic because they're mimicking the Hardy Boys. Nick looks great in that face paint and that freaking like fishnet shirt. I think
And
Matt looks really good also. I
Matt
think
literally looks like Matt Hardy.
Matt looks like Matt. Yeah. Matt looks like Matt. He looks great in that outfit also. Like the tight shirt, I'm looking respectfully. With the pants, I'm looking respectfully. But like and them showing up with this gear, I was getting ready for a graduation, my cousin's graduation. I was in Arizona and I was watching this match on Rampage. Thank God it was like, kind of early. It was like an early showing for Rampage. But oh my God, I was freaking the hell out. It was so hilarious. I need to see this again. That was so funny.
Me too. I love it. I would honestly put it in Elite.
I was gonna put it in Elite also.
Iconic.
It's you can't go wrong. It's freaking amazing. Again, I think Nick really, the fact that Matt looks like Matt, but Nick with that face paint is just hilarious. I would love if I had the confidence and the body, I would totally recreate Nick's outfit. That's just so freaking hilarious.
I think you should do it.
Honestly, I think that shirt is like a custom made. Like they got the sleeves and attached it to the shirt, because I've tried looking for the shirt and I can't find it anywhere. But I still love it. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I've seen these black cargo-ish pants like at Kohl's, like on clearance. I could probably just go there to get them. That's pretty funny. If by some miracle I could ever go to a Halloween show, I would probably dress as Nick, like in this with the face paint and everything. But maybe I would wear like a Buck shirt, like so that way like they know like, hey, I'm supposed to be Nick. But yeah.
That would be a good idea. You should do that.
Yeah. When we go to a show together, we should dress like the Bucks. We should do this. That's what we should do.
We should. The Hardy Bucks.
The Hardy Bucks. Yes, I freaking love that. Okay. But that was the last one. This was part 1. As much time as this took, this is part 1 because as previously mentioned, I had 59 sets of gear and the tier list would not let me import all of them. So I just cut it in half. So this is part 1. We're going to do a part 2 some other time. We'll just need to find a day. I'm honestly surprised we were able to do it today. I know Jaylee's been very busy, but I'm glad we were able to do it. Here is our lovely tier list. We have Elite with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Elite gears. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Obsessed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Baka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 okays, and 1 the lone not my fave. Jaylee, do you think our tier list looks good? Do you think there should be changes? What are your thoughts? I honestly think our tier list is pretty damn good. The only consideration I have is moving the Full Gear 2021 to the Elite, but I think I'll be all right if we keep it in Obsessed.
Wait, which one?
The Full Gear 2020, the Lakers gear, the one with the titles. That's the only one where I'm like a little like I would move it, but even then I'm content with.
Honestly, we can move it. I'm good with that.
Okay, hold on. I know I just said I was considering it, but I just thought of it. I don't love this gear more than the all-in gear. So if the all-in 2023 gear isn't in Elite, I don't think this one should be either.
And I don't love it more than the orange gear either.
That is
just
true.
Personally.
No, yeah, I agree with that also. So I wasn't thinking about it in comparison to others. But I think this is a good tier list for part 1. Obviously, when part 2 comes, I don't know if I'll be able to have this list here and import another 30. I'll try and play around with it. If we can, that'll be great. If not, I'll just make a whole other tier list and I'll just open a different tab and switch back to this one. Or open a screenshot, something like that. But I think this is a good tier list. I think we did great. But yeah, this was honestly because that basically concludes our show. It was honestly a lot of fun. I'm so glad I finally I got Jaylee to come on, and I hope we can find a day to do a part 2. Let us know what you guys think of this tier list. Jaylee, thank you so much for joining me. This was a lot of fun. I love talking the Bucks with you, especially over text. You guys don't even know the half of it. We behaved this show. Just I know we made some comments looking respectfully and Matt's legs look hot, but trust me, this is not even
that's very
yeah, this is like the smallest tip of the iceberg. We are Bucks obsessed, and if only you knew, you would know.
Oh,
But
I
Jaylee, yeah, I was like, we won't go into detail.
yeah, that's fine.
But Jaylee, you tell the people where they can find you on the socials.
You can find me at Hillbucks on Instagram and Twitter, I think. I don't really use Twitter, but you know,
It's because the
if you
Bucks
still
don't use
follow.
the Bucks don't use Twitter anymore. Kenny's rarely on there. Hangman left. The Bucks are basically gone. Also, they didn't disable their accounts, but they're not active.
Yeah.
So,
They just
but
appeared one day. I think their bio still says Happy Father's Day.
I think so too. Hold on, I'm just gonna take a quick peek, but I'm pretty sure it does. Oh wait, no, that's Threads. But yeah, I miss them. But I miss when they would do the bios. But I guess that's another era that has ended because that was like their heel era.
But I feel like they're getting back into the Hill era. We'll
a
see.
little. Well, here's the thing. I'm confused whether it's actually a heel thing or if it's just or if it's like, remember before Full Gear when they won the titles, they had like a little bit of like an angsty phase where they were like being all pissed off, and it was right after Hangman cost them the titles. They were like they would super kick people, they were getting fined, they were throwing money at Tony Khan, but they weren't really heels yet. And then sure enough, they won the titles and they were back to being baby faces.
True.
So I'm like, is that what's happening, or are they turning heel again? We don't know, and I guess we'll find out at Full Gear. But
They'll always be my number ones.
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, your heels. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, so you can find Jaylee there. Jaylee there. Oh, man, no one is allowed to pronounce Jaylee or her at right. It's Heels Bucks, it's Jelly, whatever you want to freaking call it. But yes, that has been our show. You can find me on Instagram, and again, not really so much on Twitter, but it's there if you want, at Y2Garcia _. There's no underscore. It's not me. That mistake has been made. I always suck at the outro. You can follow Katie at the link tree in her bio on Twitter at KatieWrestling13. Like I said, the link tree is there to take you all things She Elite Showcase, where we do our weekly shows on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time-ish. I'm always late, so it's not always exactly at 6, but you can find her stuff there. You can follow us on YouTube for all of the stuff we do, like Inside the Mind of, that, which is a show that Katie does where she interviews people in the podcast community. You can she has In the Crowd. I think that's on hiatus. We have this show that is the first time live, like The Fuse, which is an AEW Dynamite show. We have New Japan Takeover, which is on a bit of a hiatus at the moment. But also, wait, one more thing. We also have a Patreon for $3 you can get a non-wrestling podcast from Katie every month. I'm going to try and start doing stuff also, but school's just been kind of killing me, so this is kind of a miracle in itself. So I'll eventually contribute to the Patreon at some point. But yeah, when in doubt, just go to the link tree in Katie's bio on Twitter. And also just a quick shout out to Justin at Heel Tactics. He is the musical mastermind behind all things She Elite Showcase music-wise. He's the reason why we have music. So if it weren't for him, we would not have music. So big shout out to him. And again, thank you so much for everyone who joined, even if it was just briefly or at the tail end. We hope to see you at the next one, because there will be a part 2 where we will continue with all the Bucks gear. And Jaylee, again, thank you so much again for joining me. It was a lot of fun. I always enjoy talking to you, and it's always a lot of fun. We're besties, we're each other's Matt and Nick, if you guys didn't know that. Yeah. But yeah, until then, I'll see you then, be elite or not, because the Bucks are at each other's throats with Kenny and stuff. But we'll see you on part 2. We'll see you there.
Bye.